Okay, good afternoon, class. Okay, today we are going to learn about the steps of electrical wire installations. And first of all, you have to know how you can install the house or the wiring system. Uh, Let me just put it down. So say what? Step off. Okay, we have 10 steps, and the first step is site inspection and planning. First of all, you have to visit the site of workplace. You also have to understand the building layout and use needs. You also have to decide locations for outlets, switches, lighting points, and DPS. You also have to choose the appropriate wiring systems, service, conduit, and tracking. And that is the first step. We have also the second step, that is design the electrical layout, whereby you have to draw the wiring diagram and circuits and layout. That include power points. It also include the lighting circuits, also include the socket outlets, and also earthing system. You also need to calculate electrical load and determine the circuit breaker ratings. We have also the third step, that is marking the installation points, whereby before you make the installation, you need to mark the points. You have to mark where you can put toe sockets. You also you also need to mark the point where you can put the conduit and tracking paths. That is position for DPS and junction box. The first step install mounting box and conduits, whereby you need to fix metal or plastic box. We also need to install conduit or trunking, that is PVC, and also cable protections. You also need use proper sandals and forsters to secure conduits. The fifth step is pull electrical cables, whereby you need to understand that you have to use different cables. That is 1.5 is for lights. We also have the 2.5 millimeters square, that is for sockets. We also have 6 millimeters square, that is for AV appliances, e.g. machines operations. We also need to pull cables through conduits, compliances using throw wires or fish them. Maintain clear coding. That is, you have to know that light is brown. You also need to know that neutral is blue, and you also need to know that this is green or yellow. We also need to know the sixth step, that is determine wires and devices. That is, first of all, before you do the installation, you have to know that you have to strip that cable and using a wire stripper. Then connect wire to switches, sockets, and lamps, and also DP terminals. You also the seventh step is earthing. You also need to whenever you have make the installation, you need to know that you have to earth. The eighth step, that is this thing, the inspection. After doing that installation, you need to do what? You have to test it. This is by checking proper voltage and sockets. No shift circuits. You also need to correct the polarity. You also need to add continuity. The ninth step is panel fixing, whereby you should know that secure switches, sockets, and light fittings, that is level circuits, breakers, and DP. The third step is power up and commissioning. That is the final step, whereby energize the system. After installing all these materials, you have to energize to know whether you have to do the correct thing. And that is the step of doing installation of electrical in a house. Any question? Okay. Okay, Chichi, you haven't understood. Can you tell us the first step? Site inspection and planning. And we can use another different method. That is, I can show you a clip or a video so that you can understand more. So I have a clip and I need to come with a clip. Then you can use that clip to watch this video so that you can understand more.
the face, and another wire will be connected to the light source. So at this particular point, we will need to mark which one is the one that is connected to the light wire so that it is possible to identify. So now that is that one, we just have to mark it in a way. For me, I will have to mark it like so. Just a pinch indicates that this is a live connection, and the other one I will leave it like so. So this one I will connect it to the light source. This one I will simply connect it like so. It is going directly to the consumer. So I will have to loop it when I will be doing fittings. The neutral will go direct to the light source as well as the earth connection. So, and then here where I will fit my switch, and when we will come to fittings, I will demonstrate these together with the fitting of our light source. So for the other two switches, the procedure is the same, connecting two wires to the light source and having to mark them. Now, if you have understood that concept, smash that like button so that I know that you are at part. Now, in this video, I am doing the wiring for an instant shower head. It is important for you to take note, especially of the size of the wire, because this is a sensitive installation in the house. Subscribe to this channel so that you won't miss that important.
Okay, hope everyone understood. For another question, I think you enjoy the video.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
If I haven't understanding, can you please look for another different way to explain further?
Okay, that is very good, Diakon. Let's use another method, that is discussion group. And Enoch, may you come here? Then Kipruda, may you come here? So that you come out with one discussion group, then you discuss those same methods. Okay, can you discuss these same methods? Then Diakon may get this to understand the methods. Okay, thank you. Now, please.
We have site inspection and planning. We visit the site. We now do the installation of the taking place in this site. Next is you design an electrical layout. There are different layouts of electrical system. We have power points, we have lighting, we have circuit installation, and the three is marking the installation sensors. We have installing main places and conduct where we fix metal or plastic fixes in outside. We have pulling electrical cables. These cables we have 1.5 millimeter, 2.5 switching element. We have also terminator wires at the places where we strip cables and using a wire strip. We connect switches, sockets. Having steps being acting where we act in case of electrical blackout, adding the light pump. After the inspection of what we have done, then there is final fix. I see if lights are now working. We have power up and down.